Well, g'day. I'm still in Rotorua and just finished speaking. Spent the day talking about trading and mindset and things. It was all good fun. It was interesting. Talked quite a bit about mindset, and I know I often go on about that, and some people think that let's get on with the property, but it's very important. It's interesting, some of the comments. There were a few people in the room who I knew who were quite successful in property, and they really were encouraging me to talk about what I did. And it was funny, Fritz said to me later that there were two women sitting, obviously friends, next to each other, and when I was speaking, that one of them would keep on looking down and shaking her head, and the other one was enthusiastically nodding as I spoke. And I guess that's just indicative of people's mindsets, you know, that some of us, it's a subconscious thing where we're just like, this cannot be true. I talked about Trisha's deal and some of the deals that I've done, and my Rotorua deal, and just the fact that you can do a mental shift. We all know how to earn money. We get told to work hard and earn money and it'll be good. But the reality is that we have to learn how to make money if we want to succeed in property. As I spoke about at length today, that whoever said cash flow is king lied. I said that yesterday in my blog. And so we have to understand that we need a new mindset. We need a new way of doing things. We need to apply ourselves to whatever it is we're going to do. And as my lovely wife said at the workshop recently, that you can have anything you want, but you can't have everything that you want. So I guess my thought for the day would be a bit of a short blog today perhaps, but as I spoke today and as I think about it now, that for many of us, we have to decide, do we really want property to be our vehicle for wealth creation? And if we do, then are we willing to eliminate the things that would prevent us from achieving what we want out of property? Do we really, really, really want it? And for some of us, the answer is no, and that's okay. But we need to come to that conclusion, otherwise we're in this place of just being stressed and of not being able to achieve the things that we want, because we're actually kind of in the wrong place. And so think about that. Do I really want to get the results that I need to out of property? And if so, am I willing to give other things up? The example I gave today was that if you are spending 25 or 30 bucks a week on property, on coffee or lunches or whatever it might be, if you've got the money, that's one thing. But if you don't, if you're spending 30 bucks a week on something that you don't need to, it's discretionary spending, and you won't buy a property because you can't find positive cash flow. The reality is that if you chose to stop spending that money that you didn't need to spend, you could then buy a property that was negatively geared by $30 a week. And in Rotorua, where the average price of a house is $250,000, that property is going to increase in value by a minimum of $12,000 a year, possibly as much as $25,000, for the sake of giving up $30 a week, which is $1,500 a year. So as I did the numbers today, I said minimum you're 10 to 12 grand ahead, possibly as much as $23,500 a year, just by giving up a couple of lunches and a couple of coffees. So are you willing to sacrifice the things that you don't need to do, or that you can live without, to achieve something that you can't live without? And it's funny, the more I get involved in property, the more I learn about property, the more I try and educate others, the more I realise that it's actually about what goes on in our heads. The money's not in the property's just a vehicle. Could be cars, could be absolutely anything. But you need to believe that the deals are there. You need to be willing to give up the things that you need to give up to be able to achieve the deals. And that is something that less of us are willing to do than we really think. I'm willing to sacrifice my time and other things. I don't practice the guitar as much as I'd like to. I don't sing as much as I'd like to. I'm not at church as much as I'd like to, because I'm using property as a vehicle to get a result that will enable me to serve God in Fiji. And that's what my life is all about. That's what I'm passionate about. Countless people came up today and said, you should call your company Massive Passion, not Massive Action. And it's because I'm passionate about God, who He is, what He's called me to do, and the results that gets me in Fiji. Property is the vehicle that I use. I'm willing to sacrifice a lot to achieve that. So my question for you is, are you? It doesn't matter what your passion is. Your passion might be Ferraris. That's okay. It's your life. As I said today, you might have a few questions to answer after you die, if that's what you've lived for, but it's your life. But don't spend the rest of your life kidding yourself that you really want something when you don't, because you're going to be an unhappy man or woman for the rest of your life. So I could go on, but it's unnecessary. Thank you for your time. My message for today is, you cannot have everything that you want, but you can have anything that you want. So pick the thing that you really, really want. Slightly unrelated, if any of you are having problems viewing the video blogs, I've had a couple of people say that they've stopped early. Please email me and let me know if you're having any problem. I hope you're finding this useful. I'd really love any comments you have to make, anything you'd like to see. For those of you who have already asked, yes, I will be taking you around some of my deals and introducing you to a few people once I'm back in Auckland. But thank you for your time, and really take this seriously. Don't waste your time focusing on property if it's not what you really, really want. Pick the one thing, give up the rest, and pursue it. God bless you. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Peter, just for you, I don't know if you can see this, I'm wearing the socks. The socks are very, very important, critical part of my success. See ya.